A Voice in the Dark production with Lori Elliott. I Do Not Consent. Freedom Periodical, number 3 in the We the People series. Human Rights, a World Agreement. 30 Basic Human Rights, list from 1948. 48 out of 58 voted these in at the United Nations on December 10th, 1948. Human Rights, basic list of 30. Number 1, all human beings are free and equal in dignity and rights. They are endowed with reason and conscience and should act towards one another in a spirit of brotherhood. Not just here in the USA, but the entire world, my personal input. Number 2, no discrimination. Everyone is entitled to all the rights and freedoms without distinction of any kind, such as race, culture, color, sex, language, religion, political or other opinion, national or social origin, property, birth, or other status. Furthermore, no distinction shall be made on the basis of political or jurisdictional or international status of the country or territory to which a person belongs. Human rights. Right to life, number 3. Everyone has the right to life, liberty, and security of a person. Number 4, no slavery. No one shall be held in slavery or servitude. Slavery and the slave trade shall be prohibited in all forms. Human trafficking, my input. A world agreement. Number 5, no torture and inhumane treatment. No one shall be subjected to torture or to cruel, inhumane, or degrading treatment or punishment. Number 6, same right to use the law. Everyone has the right to recognition everywhere as a person before the law. We have rights. Equal before the law. All are equal before the law and are entitled, without any discrimination, to equal protection of the law. All are entitled to equal protection against any discrimination and violation and against any incitement to such discrimination. Number 8, right to be treated fair by court. Everyone has the right to an effective remedy by the competent national tribunals for acts violating the fundamental rights granted him by the Constitution or by law. Human is the race. Number 9, no unfair detainment. No one shall be subjected to arbitrary arrest, detention, or exile. Number 10, right to trial. Everyone is entitled to full equality to a fair and public hearing by an independent and impartial tribunal in the determination of his rights and obligations and of any criminal charge against him. Law and human rights. Number 11, innocent until proved guilty. Everyone charged with a penal offense has the right to be presumed innocent until proved guilty, according to law in a public trial, at which he has had all the guarantees necessary for his defense. No one shall be held guilty of any penal offense on account of any act or omission which did not constitute a penal offense under national or international law at the time when it was committed. Number 12, right to privacy. No one shall be subjected to arbitrary interference with his privacy, family, home, or correspondence, nor to attacks upon his honor and reputation. Everyone has the right to protection of the law against such interference or attacks. We, the human race, have rights. Number 13, freedom to movement and residence. Everyone has the right to freedom of movement and residence within the borders of each state. Everyone has the right to leave any country, including his own, and return to his country. Number 14, right to asylum. Everyone has the right to seek and enjoy in other countries asylum from persecution. This right may not be invoked in the case of prosecutions generally arising from non-political crimes or from attacks contrary to the purposes and principles of the United Nations. Freedom is an ability to choose. Number 15, right to nationality. Everyone has the right to a nationality. No one shall be arbitrarily deprived of his nationality nor denied the right to change his nationality. Number 16, rights to marry and have family. Men and women of full age, without any limitation due to race, nationality, or religion, have the right to marry and to found a family. They are entitled to equal rights as to marriage, during marriage and its dissolution. Marriage shall be entered into only with the free and full consent of the intending spouses. The family is the natural and fundamental group unit of society and is entitled to protection by society and the state. Brave are the souls. Number 17, right to own things. Everyone has the right to own property, alone as well as in association with others. No one shall be arbitrarily deprived of his property. Number 18, freedom of thought and religion. Everyone has the right of thought, conscience, and religion. This right includes freedom to change his religion or belief, and or freedom either alone or in a community with others and in public or private to manifest his religion or belief in teaching, practice, worship, and observance. Freedom is a choice for expression. Freedom of opinion and expression, number 19. Everyone has the right to freedom of opinion and expression. This right includes freedom to hold opinions without interference and to seek, receive, and impart information and ideas through any media and regardless of frontiers. Number 20, right to assemble. Everyone has the right to freedom of peaceful assembly and association. Peaceful ways of expression. Number 21, right to democracy. Everyone has the right to take part in the government of his country, directly or through freely chosen representatives. Everyone has the right of equal access to public service in his country. Number 22, right to Social Security. Everyone as a member of society has the right to Social Security and is entitled to realization through national effort and international co-cooperation and in accordance with the organization and resources of each state, of the economic, social, and cultural rights indispensable for his dignity and the free development of his personality. The right to be a viable person in society. Number 23, right to work. Everyone has the right to work, free choice of employment, to just and favorably conditions of work, and to protection against unemployment. Everyone, without any discrimination, has the right to equal pay for equal work. Everyone has the right to form and join trade unions for the protection of his interests. Number 24, right to rest and holiday. Everyone has the right to rest and leisure, including reasonable limitation of working hours and periodic holidays with pay. The right to be educated. Number 25. Right of social service. Everyone has the right to a standard of living adequate for health and well-being of himself and of his family, including food, clothing, housing, and medical care, and necessary social services, and the right to security in the event of unemployment, sickness, disability, widowhood, old age, or other lack of livelihood in circumstances beyond his control. Motherhood and childhood are entitled to special care and assistance. All children shall enjoy the same social protection. Number 26, right to education. Everyone has the right to education. Education shall be free, at least in the elementary and fundamental stages. Elementary education shall be compulsory. Technical and professional education shall be made generally available, and higher education shall be equally accessible to all on the basis of merit. Human rights is universal. Number 27, right of cultural and art. Everyone has the right freely to participate in the culture of life of the community, to enjoy the arts, and to share scientific advancement and its benefits. Everyone has the right to protection of the moral and material interests resulting from any scientific, literary, or artistic production of which he is the author. 28. Freedom around the world. Everyone is entitled to a social and international order in which the rights and freedoms set forth in this declaration can be fully realized. Thirty basic human rights. 29. Subject to law. Everyone has duties to the community in which alone the free and full development of his personality is possible. In the exercise of his rights and freedoms, everyone shall be subject only to such limitations as are determined by law solely for the purpose of securing due recognition and respect for the rights and freedoms of others, and of meeting the just requirements of morality, public order, and general welfare in a democratic society. Number 30, human rights can't be taken away. Nothing in this declaration may be interpreted as implying for any state, group, or person any right to engage in any activity or to perform any act aimed at the destruction of any of the rights and freedoms set forth herein. So these are all of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights listed by the United Nations General Assembly. All universal human rights listed above, commonly known as the 30 basic human rights that must be respected and protected by the law. Let us never forget we have rights. These rights are the same in our Constitution here in the States. There were 48 other countries that took on these basic human rights. Let us never forget where we have come from and where we are right now. Let us remember that we are all human in various cultures, but human the same. Stay up on top of the things going on in our countries. It is our human right to participate in all government decisions, to have a voice, and the ability to peacefully object. Be aware of our rights. Face each new calamity. We must strive to make course corrections when needed for our rights to stay viable and fulfilled. Blessings and love, Lori. Note that the British delegation made the notice of no true laws to enforce this human rights in 1948. But then in 1976, the human rights was now backed by the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, giving legal status to most of the declaration. I'll do another report on the 1976 laws for the Basic 30 to see where the laws did not back the human rights. Listed to the left are the countries and how they voted. Some have since joined that originally abstained. These are the 48 countries that actually voted in agreement with the basic human rights. Afghanistan, Argentina, Australia, Belgium, Bolivia, Brazil, Burma, Canada, Chile, China, Colombia, Costa Rica, Cuba, Denmark, Dominican Republic, Ecuador, Egypt, El Salvador, Ethiopia, France, Greece, Guatemala, Haiti, Iceland, India, Iran, Iraq, Lebanon, Liberia, Luxembourg, Mexico, Netherlands, New Zealand, Nicaragua, Norway, Pakistan, Panama, Paraguay, Peru, Philippines, Siam, Sweden, Syria, Turkey, United Kingdom, United States, Uruguay, and Venezuela. Our goal here at Spirits Crossing is to assure everyone you are not alone. We encourage anyone having trouble coping with life to please seek help. It is so worth it at any age. I'm 62 and I'm just getting help with old trauma. Try not to wait that long. Below are numbers to help. Blessings and love, Lori, a voice in the dark. And the national numbers for the following.